said you have a long title to your name. Tell me, what's the title?
Oh, my name is Kmack, also known as Kevin McDonald, the author of the book Money Upfront in Detroit.
Okay, get a little plug for the book.
Yeah.
How long you been riding a cab?
Started in April 16th, 1981.
1981. And you grew up in Detroit, right?
Born and raised here.
What made you pick driving a cab? What was?
Growing up as a kid, my uncle drove a cab, my cousin drove a cab. And during that time, you know, most of the people were working at the plant, you know. So when I got to be about 18, 19, the plants were laying off. That was 79 to 80, 81. So the only thing left was out here to do was to drive a cab.
So tell me, you were telling me earlier you met your wife driving a cab. How did that all come about?
I was out there working. I was with Checker Cab, so they had the computer system then.
And what year was that?
96. My computer rung, and I went and got my wife. Well, future wife. Didn't know. It was her birthday. Her and her mother, December 16th.
Did you have a good conversation in the
Yeah, I let her in the front, and her two sisters and her mother got in the back seat. We went to the east side of 7th and Hamburg. And all along, I was talking to her, you know, holding her hand and looking at her. She's beautiful, man. Man, I tell you, man. Woo, man.
Did you know, or were you hoping something was going to...
I was hoping something was going to happen, because I tell you, I said, please call me. I was looking around waiting on that call, and one day she called.
Wow.
And said, yeah, I'm the girl you met that day in the cab. You know, it's like, oh, I was waiting on you, you know.
And you guys started going out?
Yeah, we went out, and you know how it is, you know.
Right.
Come home late.
Next is history.
Next day, next day, and then, but you know what? I always was money up front. I said to myself, not to be disrespectful, most of the women always ask for money. You know, when you take them out and all that. She never asked me for a dime. And I liked it that. I said, you know what? This the first woman never asked me for no money. So that was it.
That was it. And then so you've been together ever since.
Told me she had kids, and I said I didn't care.
Boys, girls, or?
3 boys and a girl.
3 boys and a girl, wow. And how old were they with the time?
1, 3, 4, and 5.
Wow. That's and you
they weren't even in school yet.
You jump right in the pool, huh?
And I was like dad to them.
What do you think the biggest misunderstanding about Detroit cab drivers? You think people don't understand what you guys do or who you are? Or?
It's probably that. You know, a lot of people think we're low-life people. You know, they get out the way, you can't drive, this and that. Okay, but then some cab drivers are rude. They will cross the level. You know, they don't use their turn signals. They drive too slow. I mean, it's a lot of things out here that these drivers do that make people just say, hey, I'm not going to deal with a cab.
Right.
But then, like I said, I'm representing most of the guys like me that's been out here that raised 2 families off a cab.
People generally don't think of Detroit as really a cab city. You know, you go to New York, you go to D.C., you just, you know, you hail a cab. Here, it's like, you don't see a lot of cabs.
Well, right now, between Uber and the Lyfting, you know, that kind of like chased a lot of drivers away.
What do you think about Uber?
It's a little affordable for people, and it's convenient with the car thing and all that. They might need cash, so you ain't got to worry about being ripped off on the fare.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But the cab thing is more, to me, I believe it's more safer because you got cab drivers out here that know the city well. A cab driver knows all areas. You know.
Yeah. How come the cabs haven't gotten that technology that like Uber?
Well, you got some cab companies that do have that technology.
Okay.
Similar, just like the Uber thing, like Checker Cab and ABC Cab out in Livonia. They have the same system. Those 2 guys over there used to be Checker Cab owners. And they went out there and they started their own company.
Have you driven Lyft before? Or?
I did Lyft and Uber 2016.
Yeah, how'd you like? What'd you think?
It was all right. It was the same as the cab, but only I was giving more money out there because I was paying for the 28% to Lyft, plus the gas and the mileage, the repairs. All that was on me. So it made it like I was making $4 an hour.
Oh, really? So you make more money as a cab driver?
You will make more money as a driver. There's another Lyft. Look, there you go.
Yep.
All around town. All around town, man. I told you. They everywhere, man. We dinosaurs in the city.
But you feel like a dinosaur as a cab driver?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think with Uber and Lyft and all that stuff? What's the future for cab drivers in like city of Detroit?
Still a future here for us, you know, but the only reason why I'm telling you that is because the cabs are not going anywhere. I can tell you that now. The reason why they think that cabs are leaving us because of the way Uber just came in and said, okay, yeah, you get a car, you can get an app, and you can be an Uber driver.
Right.
Well, see, That's going to play out one day.
When you say it's going to play out, you think people are going to realize they're not making enough money?
Because to be honest with you, these guys out here driving these cars for Uber, they don't really have to drive for Uber. They can set their own app up and do their own thing.
Right.
That's what some guys over in Kalamazoo did.
Oh yeah.
10 drivers got together, they bought their own app, and they run in the whole city.
So do you own this car, or is this for?
Oh, this is a lease. This is called a lease.
A lease, and you lease it from the cab company?
No, I lease it from an owner that has a few cabs. Detroit is a great city, man. I tell a lot of people, it's too much land. It's 144 square miles. You know, so if you're trying to, build it up, you get with the community. The community can basically help build up a neighborhood.
What do you think about the mayors? Do you have a favorite mayor? Do you see some mayors?
You already know Coleman Young's my best mayor.
He was your man?
Coleman Young was a great guy, man. He kept the police department good.
Yeah. You feel like this is a part of the city that's kind of being ignored or overlooked, or?
It's being ignored in certain areas. They're not getting the cookies down there. Right. They're just giving them the crumbs down here.
Are the cops, cab drivers, friends? Are they help you out?
We don't get along at all.
How come?
I mean, I get along with them, but they don't like us.
Why?
And I'm not going to say that as but most of the ones downtown talk to me bad, talk to the drivers bad. They harass us most of the time.
Why do they do that?
Slow days, like a Monday or Tuesday, say 2 cabs on the cab stand, it's supposed to be 3. I'm sitting on the one end. They'll come by and tell you you're impeding traffic and tell you to move. Then they'll come by and tell you, okay, I'm going to give you a ticket. Now sometimes, like I say, we out here hustling. We got to be in certain areas. Right. And I understand that cab drivers going to park any kind of way, but I don't. I park in proper areas. The cops will tell you when they're cutting off an area, you can't come through, but I got a customer down there. I tell the cops I got a customer. Shut up, don't talk to me, don't say nothing to me. Sir, I do have a customer. Hey, you say another word to me, I'm going to impound your cab.
Oh, boy.
They bad down there.
Yeah.
They're bad. It makes you to a point that you want to say something, but you don't because you know they're going to give you a ticket.
You feel safe driving around?
Nope.
Nope.
Never safe.
No?
No, this is like a tour out here.
What do you think when you hear a cab driver gets shot or something, or
breaks my heart.
Uber? Yeah.
Every time a driver, any driver out here that's transporting people and is getting robbed or shot at, I'm mad at the person that's doing this job here because they don't know how much of a job and a risk that we take to put out here.
What if you see somebody and you go, I'm not feeling it. I think you drive off, or you just
I pick everybody up because the thing is that I do money up front. Because see, if they pay me money up front, I don't worry about that customer. My shield is always closed. If there's an old lady back there, I talk to her, open it up. know. But if it's some young guy, something like that, or a young kid, sometimes I will close the window because, like I said, it's better safe than sorry.
Have you been robbed before?
Never robbed.
Never robbed. Never. Why do you think that is? Have most cab drivers been robbed?
Yeah, because they keep their window open.
Give people a ride for free when they just say,
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be riding out here and I see a lady.
Like that old lady, you just
I see them all the time and I pull over.
Yeah.
And I ask them where they're going and they say, hey, I'm going right here, and I give them a ride.
They thankful or they won't get in? Whatever.
Most people are always thankful for rides. Even, you know what? I hate to say this though, Detroit, but they would get in and you give them a ride and then they ask you for $1.
After you're giving a free ride?
That'd be the part that I go.
How do you feel about that?
I go, now, I gave you a ride, and then here it is, you want more.
Right.
That lets me know a lot, Detroit.
A lot of poverty.
Poverty is bad. I offered a ride to a lady last night, and she asked me, could I give her $3 for something to eat? Now, I felt bad.
Right.
That I didn't give her the $3. I just told her, just be grateful I gave you the ride. I felt bad that I did that to her. I said, dang, I put bad luck on myself right there. But maybe she was on bad intentions and I was on good intentions, and I just didn't see it there.
Are there parts of the city that you're just, you even at night you just wouldn't want to be in, that you're concerned about your safety, or?
I mean, I'm gonna be careful in all areas. So I don't discriminate no neighborhood. I mean, to be honest, from my accident, I don't fear nothing out here in the streets. I mean,
so you got an accident while you were driving a cab?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I was T-boned at 80 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh. Where was that?
Joy Road in Auburn, near Evergreen.
Okay, how long ago was that?
That was 2014, July 11th.
24. And what happened to you?
I got T-boned at 80 miles an hour. I was taking the passenger to a location. He did not make it, you know, bless his soul. I was injured pretty bad. It put me out of commission. I think I recovered for 4 years. I had brain damage. Everything was bad. Everything was bad on my behalf. Lost it all, you know, my home, everything. You know, we had to start all over. Me and my family, we had to start all over. And this is the pieces I'm picking up right now.
You feel like you've totally recuperated?
Oh yeah, the laser treatment put me in great prospect.
Laser treatment for your
my
eyes?
neck and my hip.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
Thanks
yes,
for
sir.
giving the tour, man. It was great.
Nice. It was
Thanks
nice
for,
riding with Allan.
Yeah.
Yep. It was nice riding with you, Allan.
Likewise.